Hi, I'm Sareth. I'm diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and PTSD, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experiences in the psych ward, more about funny or interesting things that happened as opposed to the care and why I was there and whatnot. So, my favorite story to tell is about this woman. It was a co ed psychiatric ward that I was in, and there was this woman who I don't know if it was because of her medicine or because of her illness or what, but she was very dazed. She just kind of roamed around, and you could tell that if you looked at her eyes, that she was gone. Um, and she was just walking around one day, and then she walks into the communal area, and she just like looks over everyone, and then just starts taking her clothes off. She gets as far as getting her shirt off, and since you're not allowed to have any like strings and stuff, she wasn't wearing a bra, so she got as far as here, and an orderly ran in and like didn't touch her, but was like trying to like shield from view and kind of guiding her. It's like, okay, I can't remember her name, but okay, so and so, let's go back to your room, and kind of like, and she was like, she dropped her shirt, and the person took her back to her room. Well, she kept doing that for the entire day. She would wander out of her bedroom and come in there and try to start stripping. And so that orderly was assigned the task, apparently, of following her around. He would stand at her bedroom door. If she left, he'd follow her around. Because she wasn't aggressive or bothering anyone. It was just, she was randomly stripping. That's not the funny part about it, though. The funny part is that I was in my room with my roommate and one night, and you keep your doors open there. They let you pull it like to a crack, but you have to keep the door open. Anyway, I'm laying in bed, I'm sleeping, and I wake up to my name being like whispered, and unfortunately, part of my schizophrenia, I have heard my name being whispered or yelled or whatnot when no one has actually done it. So when I heard it, I didn't really think anything of it, and I just I woke up and I closed my eyes and I tried to go back to sleep, and then I kept hearing it, and then I felt a poke on my shoulder, and I wake up and I look, and there's this figure over me, and it takes me a minute. I have astigmatism. It takes me a minute to realize that it's the woman that keeps trying to strip, standing over me. And I was like, I didn't say anything, just like looked at her like, what the fuck is going on? And she looks down and she pulls up a bag, kind of like a gift bag, right, with the handles. And she's like, hey, these are for you, they'll help. And I have sat up by this point, and I'm like, okay, and I like take it. I'm nervous because I'm like, is there like some sort of gross shit or poison or what the fuck is this? And at that time I hear one of the orderlies at my door, and they're like, hey, once again I forgot the name, hey, so and so, you're not supposed to be in here. And the orderly like walks in and gently takes her by the shoulders and turns her around, and the orderly looks at me and is like, I'm sorry. And the woman looks over her shoulder and was like, it'll help your hair. And I'm like, what? And so she shows her back to her room, and I open the bag that she's given me, and it's full shampoo and conditioner. Like, I'm talking that I don't know how she got all of that into the psych ward, because normally they keep a record of everything, and you have a tub. You can only get, it's under lock and key, you can only get it exactly when you need to take a shower and stuff. But there were like 5 or 6 bottles of shampoo in there, a couple bottles of conditioner, and I was like, do I stink? I don't even have a lot of hair. So anyway, I got up and I went outside to the hall to the nurse's station. I'm like, she gave this to me. I don't want this. They're like, oh, okay, and they took it. And the next day, she was back to being spacey and just wandering around. She had this orderly following close behind her. She didn't try to strip or anything again, so I have no idea what was going on with her. Anyway, so I'll have another of these come up. I have at least a couple more stories to share with y'all, and they might seem like small little bits, but I still want to share them. So, comment with a video topic or question or your story down below. Subscribe while you're down there, and hopefully I will see you guys in another video. Bye.